everyone. Greetings again from me, Miss Malu Cervantes. Welcome to episode 48, okay, in our Christmas special series of my YouTube channel, My Season of Life, 60 Years and Beyond. Okay, and I'm still here in this beautiful island, and I just finished my mentoring session with the senior managers of one of our clients. And yes, this episode will be aired on December 24, guys. 24. That means it's a day before Christmas. So let me greet you. Okay, Merry Christmas to all my friends. Yes, and in the Philippines, the night of the 24th, we call it Noche Buena. Right? Noche Buena. Of course, in English, it means good night. Why is it Noche Buena? Because this is the night before Christmas. In the tradition in the Philippines, vary from family to family. But most families will use this evening as not so much the culmination, it's just really, it's really the big thing, big party. When I was little, Noche Buena, my mom would be busy the whole day preparing a feast, to be eaten after we go to midnight mass. This is the Philippines, and Christmas Eve, we dress up with our new dress, okay, and new pairs of shoes because you're little and you are dressed like a princess, so you pretty up, and then they wake you, they wake you around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. You go to church, you celebrate, and then you go home, and then you partake of the feast that my mother took a whole day to cook. All right, so that's the tradition. And after eating, can you imagine? All right, after the midnight worship, we come home, we eat, and then after that, the most awaited time for any kid. And what's that? Go to the Christmas tree, okay, look at the gifts, look at the dedication, and the moment it says, okay, to Malu, Merry Christmas from Dad and Mom, and things like that, you get it, and feverishly you open it up. Okay, then and then you savor. And normally, what I would get, would be, I will be surprised that what I would get would be exactly the same wish that I was asked a month or two before. Like, my mom and dad would say, oh, okay, what do you want a gift from Santa? That's how they would say it. And we would believe it's really from Santa Claus, from the North Pole, bringing those gifts, in a sleigh, pulled by Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, and just dropped into the chimney and all of that. Those were really, really wonderful, what innocent times of my life. And my dad would be asking 2 months in advance. He said, "What gift would you like to get from Santa?" And we will tell him, of course, and he would say, "Well, can you give me three choices? My sister and I will be very excited, etc." Okay, we'll see. If you're a good girl, you get this. And of course, that is what I would get, when we open the gifts. Right? It's just really such a wonderful time. And there's another a wonderful date which I will be discussing next episode, but that will be Noche Buena. And I really hope that you're able to watch, this episode before you and your family, get to sit down and just enjoy the food and enjoy your gifts. So when we were growing up, of course, it was a little different, but it's still the same. So now all our all our three kids have their own families. All right, they have their own. I have five wonderful, grandchildren. I have two beautiful granddaughters in the Philippines who are teens, who are teenagers. I have three grandsons living in the U.S. All right, so they're not here. And the moment they started their family, what was our mandate? Our mandate is this. Okay, now you have your own family. We want you to start your own Christmas tradition because based on my experience, the traditional families, okay, for young couples, newlyweds with young kids, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day are always very stressful days. You know why? Okay, it's not something that they look forward to. You know why? Because their parents, will insist that they continue the Christmas tradition where even if they're married with kids, they are forced to go to the big house they call big house where the parents are there, all right, with the other families of their siblings and all of that. They are quote unquote somehow forced into doing the same tradition that they grew up in. But then again, here is the problem. The husband would say, "Oh, but we will have to join our family, okay, because it's tradition." And the wife would say, "Well, it's also tradition for our family, okay. We should be joining my mom and dad, you know." So who is to be followed here, the husband or the wife? See, it's very, very stressful, right? If you insist on that. So there must be changes. So we freed our three children from that. Okay, even when they were in the Philippines yet. Okay, we said no. You start your tradition with your own family and kids. If you want, Noche Buena in your own home, fine. By all means, do that. All right. There is still Christmas Day. Christmas Day itself is also a wonderful day where big families also gather. This time it is Christmas lunch. All right. Then maybe we can have Christmas lunch. But then again, when the kids, of course, when they're young, all right, they can be brought anywhere without any complaint. But when they're growing up and now they are teenagers, they'd say, "But mom, dad, can we just travel? Can we go to Disneyland? Can we go to Bali? Can we go to Hong Kong, for the Christmas holidays?" Which means that I will not be seeing them Christmas Eve, which is really okay. Christmas Day, they won't be around because they're somewhere in some part of the world. Okay, so now the idea there, okay, guys, you first tell us when we're going to meet. So maybe we can meet December 28th, 29th, whatever. Okay, so it's still, so what do we do? Empty nesters. Oh, then we will celebrate our own way. See, you still get to experience the good life, even if things have changed drastically. All right? So we will not sulk at home and then lament the fact that we have three children and they're not here. Men, they are living it up with their families. Okay? So we will continue with this in the next episode. What are the things which used to be and things which are now, and still see how we can curate a good life even if things have changed. Okay? So Merry Christmas, my friends. I will see you in the next episode. This is Malu Cervantes, and we are doing this together. Goodbye.